Democratization is the transition to a more democratic political regime. It may be the transition from an authoritarian regime to a full democracy, or a transition from an authoritarian system to a semi democracy, or transition from a semi authoritarian political system to a democratic political system. The 21st century witnessed emergence of new developments for democracies and democratization in West Asia and North Africa. And one such event is known as Arab Spring. The Arab Spring was a series of anti government protests, uprisings, and armed rebellions that spread across much of the Arab world. The term Arab world commonly refers to Arabic speaking countries, specifically in North Africa and Middle East. Let's first talk about Middle East. Middle East is at the crossroads of Europe, Africa, and Asia. There is no strict definition of Middle East. It usually includes Turkey, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Iran. The main religions of the region are Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Islam is the most common religion of majority of countries in North Africa, Middle East, and Central Asia. However, India has the third highest Muslim population in the world. Israel is majority Jewish. We also find Christian minority all over the Middle East. Lebanon has over 40% of Christian population. There are over 1.6 billion Muslims in the world. Originally, Muslims were one group unified under Prophet Muhammad, who died in the year 632. Muslims got divided into two groups, Shia and Sunni. Sunni wanted the successor to be chosen by the community of followers, whereas Shias wanted leadership to remain with Prophet's family. Sunni were in majority, so they chose their leader to be caliph, that is, head of the state. Shia did not recognize this new leader, instead, chose Ali, son in law of Prophet Muhammad, as Imam, which also means head of state. Hence, the main source of conflict is not about religion but power. Majority of the Muslims of worldwide are Sunni, but majority of Shia Muslims are concentrated in Middle East. In general, Shia are present in Iran, Azerbaijan, interior Afghanistan and Turkey, and the coastal region of Syria and Lebanon. When we look at Iraq, we find Shia in the South Iraq but Sunni in North Iraq. The people of the island of Bahrain are Shia, but the royal family and therefore the politically powerful class is Sunni. Northern Yemen and neighboring parts of Saudi Arabia are Shia dominating. Iran and Saudi Arabia take advantage of Shia Sunni division and try to exert their influence in the Middle East. Iran supports Shia and Saudi Arabia supports Sunni. The religious divide is accompanied by language divide. Persian is spoken in Iran. Except Israel and Turkey, rest of the Middle East speaks Arabic. The tensions between Shia and Sunni contribute to the tensions in the region. Now let's discuss certain terms which we would come across when we discuss Arab Spring. The Levant. Levant is a term in geography that refers to an area in Middle East which includes the historic areas of Lebanon, Palestine, Israel, and Syria. The term is also sometimes used to refer modern or contemporary events, peoples, states, or parts of states in the same region. ISIL. It stands for the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. ISIS. It is short for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Due to confusion and name calling, since 2014, both these Islamic militant groups are now referred as Islamic State or IS. Islamic State controls vast territories in Iraq and Syria and positions itself as the leader of the global jihad, That is, their main aim is to advance or spread Islam. Initially, it was closely linked with Al Qaeda, the militant Islamist organization founded by Osama bin Laden in the late 1980s. The Gulf Cooperation Council. It is an organization of six oil exporting countries of the Persian Gulf that is also known as the Cooperation Council for the Arab States of the Gulf. In 1984, the group formed a military arm called the Peninsular Shield Force to respond to military aggression against any of its members. Houthi movement. It is an Islamic political and armed movement that emerged from northern Yemen in the 1990s. The movement was called Houthis because its founder is from the Houthi tribe. Sinai Peninsula. It is a peninsula in Egypt and the only part of the country located in Asia. It is situated between the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Salafi movement. It is a reform movement within Sunni Islam that developed in Egypt in the late 19th century as a response to Western European imperialism. Now let's talk about Arab Spring. The term Arab Spring is used as a reference to the revolutions of 1848, which are also known as the People's Spring, that is, the time when Europe witnessed political upheavals. The term spring is now used to describe movements towards democracy. Western media began popularizing the term Arab Spring in 2011. The events that led to Arab Spring can be better understood only when we look at particular conditions in every single country. However, there are some common factors that connect the different countries where protests emerged. Let's first talk about those factors. Poverty and unemployment in the Middle East and North Africa led to uprisings. In all these countries, there were repressive authoritarian regimes. These regimes carried out numerous human rights abuses against their citizens. Government restrictions on religion remained extremely high for people in these countries. Many of the regimes were said to be highly corrupt, both in their political and business deals. These regimes took billions from their country to fund their own businesses. Social media and traditional media, that is print, played an important role in mobilizing people. For example, the first mass protest in Egypt was announced on Facebook. Various groups within civil society, like those of labor, students, other professional associations played an important role in shaping the progress of protests, specifically in Tunisia and Egypt. Relation of each state's military with the respective regimes played an important role. In places where the interest of military leaders matched with the interest of rulers, overthrowing the government was not easy, as currently in Syria. However, in places where the military had their own agenda, then they were more willing to support the protests. In conclusion, Arab Springs are a series of pro democracy uprisings. Arab Spring was sparked by the first protests that occurred in Tunisia on 18 December 2010. Before Tunisia, there were no successful examples of popular Arab revolutions. The revolution overthrew the Tunisian government, inspiring the revolutionary in Egypt. The Egyptian government was also overthrown. Libya was brought into a 6-month civil war, which brought about the end of Gaddafi's 41-year rule. Bahrain and Yemen are still experiencing uprisings. The uprisings in Syria led to full-scale civil war. However, impact of these uprisings remains significant even today. In the next presentation, I'll discuss the revolutions in Tunisia, Egypt, Bahrain, Yemen, and Syria and the outcome of Arab Spring.